Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hi, my name is Greg from Salem. I just wanted to offer a comment on this. I wish people would give Watson the opportunity to come back from the injuries that he sustained and underneath the new offense and find out what he looks like. I understand things didn't look good in the preseason, but our starters didn't play, and neither did he. And he needs to have the opportunity with more spreads and RPOs to play to his strengths. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this, and as always, be safe. Have a good day.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails, Lance. I agree. Again, if you don't like Deshaun Watson, that's one thing, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think this is the first. If what we're hearing is what they're going to do, spread it out, shotgun, kind of play matchups. I think it's the first time you've tailored an offense around Deshaun Watson since he's been here.
Well, for me, it's twofold. One is obviously I couldn't agree more. The offense just hasn't clicked. That's why, for me, I would have liked to see him play a little bit in the preseason. I understand why he didn't, and I've had arguments on both sides, and it's really weird because I agree with both sides. But for me as a coach, because it's new, because of all the moving parts, you kind of need those reps. Now, people say 10 to 15 reps won't help you, but if you took 5 to 10 in the first or whatever it may be. I do think that would help. And just to see that speed and see the spread and see how people are going to align to you, I just think anything would have helped. The other thing that happens is, first and foremost, quarterbacks and offense coordinators, head coach don't get a break. They don't get you get to build towards it. They have to be good, and they have to be good right away. They know that, and they're okay with that. And with him not playing and what the Browns did to get to Deshaun Watson and some of the things that he had off the field, it has led to people having their opinions, which is okay. But I agree. I think the offense finally fits him. I think the scheme fits him. And I think he's practicing and he's had a full camp and a full offseason. So I expect big things. I have been on the Deshaun Watson bandwagon for a while because I love the way he practices. The criticism will never stop, right? And that's the nature of football. If you call plays, if you're a head coach, if you're a quarterback, you're only as good as your last play. And that's just the bottom line. And people in the NFL, that's just how it works.
Yeah, the other thing is again, he's done a lot of things in the community. He doesn't really do it for notoriety and that, which it tells me he's doing them for the right reasons. People are skeptical. That's fine. The whole thing, like buying Glenville their state championship rings. He didn't make a big deal out of it. He went out and did it. I know Ted Ginn pretty well, and I know he appreciated the gesture. And it wasn't asked for. It wasn't advertised. Wasn't any of that.
Well, I always try to stay to the film and what I see on film, and I try not to get too much involved with what happens off the field. But I will tell you on the field, Deshaun Watson works very, very hard. He's worked very hard at this process. He's had injuries. He's had off the field things that has affected his ability to play on the field. Hasn't been able to practice with the team. He's had injuries. He's only played, 12 games in the last 3 years. So there are some rust there. People don't want to hear about that, but that's the reality of it. Some guys don't have as much rust as others. But also, most of those guys don't have the ceiling that Deshaun Watson can get to. Deshaun Watson's still a young kid. He has a ton of ability, and he has not lost all that ability. And he doesn't have to be like he was in 2020. So I think it's time to kind of move forward. I think he's got a great chance with what they're doing. And first and foremost, as a former head coach, he has a defense that he can rely on. And people don't want to hear that, but he has a defense that he can rely on, and that will get them through until he plays at the level he needs to, which will be sooner than later.